an MMO game that did co-op well. Star Wars.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, like if I go along with you and you're the bounty hunter doing your bounty hunter shit or your spy shit, I'm in the background just like.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here, and it's fantastic. I guess it breaks immersion a bit. She's like, I need to sneak into this place and not be caught, and I walk in like, like everyone's like, oh, we're here to fuck you up. I'm like, I am the most dangerous being on the planet. This is not a situation you should be cocky in, sir. It's one of the worst designed multiplayer things I've ever seen. How did someone go, this is a good idea? Welcome to the Cameron Squared podcast, episode 12.
Cooperation do.
Corporation do. We are talking. You're actually host, not me. I just do the intro. I'm the intro guy.
You're the intro guy. Okay, so I'm hosting. So we are talking today about a beautiful thing, a beautiful, lovely thing called cooperation. Since the dawn of time, we have been cooperating with one another, like man, woman, everyone in between. Cooperation, a very important part of gaming and gaming theology. Mm-hmm. Now, there are fantastic co-op games out there. Off the top of my head, I am thinking classics like Mario and all that kind of stuff. The cooperation's kind of pants in that.
Which one?
Most of the Marios, because like
so.
It's not co-op. It's your turn. Like,
is it?
Like Mario and Luigi? Like,
I didn't know.
We go through it. It's like,
player 2 plays.
So player 2 goes.
Yeah, because player 2 plays as Luigi.
Yeah, and you just sit and watch each other play.
The biggest downgrade in cooperation history was Mario Odyssey. Where they're like, you don't even get to play as Luigi. You play
At
as
least
the
you
hat.
played as a character.
You play as a hat.
Mario Galaxy.
Oh, did you do Mario Galaxy?
Shoot.
You shoot?
So in Mario Galaxy, you shoot these little star bits at the screen, and like throughout the game in general. Uh-huh. And the second player in Mario Galaxy just gets to shoot the star bits. They don't even.
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
Like at least the hat was named.
I think the hat's worse because it's insulting.
No, but you get to be the platformer. You get to feel what it's like to be Yoshi.
No, no, I think it's worse. In the game, it's like, hey, we tacked on a thing you can shoot. Yeah, we gave it 2 seconds. This one, we're like, hey, we gave you a hat. You should be happy. That's what it feels like. It feels like an insult.
But
as opposed to being tacked on.
But isn't like the 2-player speedrun of Mario Odyssey faster than the regular speedrun of Mario Odyssey, which is quite interesting. So like,
I don't know.
It's for speedrunners around the world.
Yay. That's totally their intention.
Obviously their intention.
Not just for, they're like, oh,
could you imagine being a dad playing with your kid though? It's like, oh, let the boy play. Here you go, son. Okay, now I need you to move over there. And he's like,
well, that might be better than playing a game where they actually need to cooperate if they're like 4.
Yeah, but like,
well,
you need the hat.
Hold on. You don't plug
in
in the controller and you pretend like they're playing.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Yeah, that's. But now,
unless they're old enough to actually cooperate, or notice that they're not playing or are playing. But I have just a list of games that are multiplayer. I was gonna sort them into a more of a cohesive list.
But no, we can just talk through them one by one. We can have
I had a cohesive list like online shooters and stuff, and then I found categorizing them quite difficult. Quite difficult. But out of all of these, I have like Factorial. Oh, well, first we're playing Factorial.
We're playing Factorial, so we're going to be a bit biased.
Factorial. Well, we're playing Factorial for a video. Like one of the longer videos on the Wee Meathead channel. And that game's fantastic cooperation. And I was like, why? Why is it so fucking good at being co-op? And I'm like, it's just fully functional game, but second player.
Yeah,
can play. Like you're not like the hat. Like you're not tacked on second, or there's not a separate game mode. It's not. It's like whatever player 1 can do, player 2 can do.
So that's one thing I was thinking about earlier. Is like I don't know if that's the best thing though. Like I think a good cooperation game is you're doing 2 different things that complement one another. So one game that I am dying.
But
to
you
play
can. But hold on, go.
Is It Takes Two.
I've played it. It's fun.
So yeah, but like you're doing 2 different things with similar kind of control styles.
Yeah.
To like progress the thing. So a true co-op game would be something along those kind of lines. Not just you are doing the same things.
Well, we're not doing the same things, Factor. We're doing 2 separate jobs.
We're doing 2
I'm
separate
doing
jobs,
factory, you're doing defense. But if we wanted to, we could both do defense and both do.
Yeah, we're both going to be attacked.
So we're both doing the same thing, but we can also both do not the same thing. Like they've given you the tools to play the game cooperatively, however you want. Yeah. Which is where I'm like, no, you have because the problem with old games like PS2 era or whatever, you'd play the single player and you'd be like, game, and you play co-op and you'd be like not tied down. What do you call it? less game.
Less game.
Less game, like less missions, less features. You can't do everything that you could before. Like I think Battlefront 2, the newest one was that, where they'd give you the map and they'd give you a horde mode basically only, but you couldn't.
But that
explore,
was just for split screen. That was.
But you couldn't explore the whole map.
Yeah.
You could only explore a little bit of the map, and it's
yeah.
like this is a second thought, which isn't fun.
100%.
Whereas It Takes Two is cooperation, but it's
like fully focused the entirety of the game,
so it still works.
Then you've got stuff like Splinter Cell Blacklists.
Some of this, it's like third game or something. No, I forgot. It's not. But anyway. Yeah, that one.
You've got the full. The
It's
all the co-op missions are based off of working together.
Well, it's a separate mode.
Yeah,
but they didn't half-ass. Because I was thinking that as well. You had missions and there's a storyline.
Yes,
pretty much.
There's like 7 or 8 story missions. Then there's like horde.
What
mode.
was that mode? It was horde mode-ish, or was it survival?
There was a couple of different.
Technically,
there's one that
same
was like
thing.
survival. There was one defend the thing. There was one break in and destroy the thing. And then there's one break in, destroy the thing, and then defend the thing from being
broken in and destroyed.
Yeah,
I don't remember those.
And then they also added in the versus mode, which was really fun. Spies versus mercs.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It was such a good. I love in general. Going a little bit off topic, but I like asynchronous multiplayer. Always have.
That's not off topic. Wait, it is.
Slightly. We'll come back to this at a later date, but I love asynchronous multiplayer, like Zombie U.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know if it's a big enough topic. There's not that many fucking games that do it.
I could chat. Like, I think we could have a chat about like going off topic about topics, which is an interesting one. But we can do a proper multiplayer chat as well at some point.
Yeah. Well, there was that.
I like the asynchronicity in the co-op. Like I said with the
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. I'm still going to play, but like the whole point of it is like work together. You can't do this thing alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I do like. Well, I guess it's the necessity. I agree with. You make the necessity if you have to do it. But I was always lean towards you're playing the game, the full suite of the game is open for you, but you're playing with someone else, like playing a single player game with a buddy.
Going back to the PS2 thing, we Return of the King.
Yeah, it was just like play the game, but your mate's there now. Or Outward, remember that game? It was the Dark Soulsy combat, but it was super survival.
I never really played it.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It's very okay. It's very, very much like a okay game.
Mm.
You might love it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not you in general, but people. Like, you play it and you might be like, I love it. This isn't great, but I love it. It's my game.
Mm.
But yeah, you can like pack a bag. The traveling's the game. It's like walking simulator. Except actually, like you travel somewhere, you're not a special dude. You start the game.
Stranding
you start the
combat.
Yeah. You start the game with you're in debt and shit. Like it's like you're nobody. You get a tent. You have to make food. It's a survival mechanic, and then you die. And you get put, it's fun.
Curious. Yeah.
You'll probably like it. The combat is janky and but it's fun because you can just fuck with things. Like you figure out that trap is the best thing quickly. You just set a ton of traps and aggro someone and run away and it goes doof, 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 doof. It's really, really good in that regard. But that game was just split screen. You can just hop in, hop out.
Oh, it's split screen. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was even better. So there's split screen's a whole discussion.
One of the games that we played a lot of co-op was Century Z.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna.
Which is quite interesting because that's not got the 100%. Like it's like 75% of the missions are available, but like all the missions that aren't available are story missions and bosses. And bosses just aren't fun in that game.
I don't remember the bosses for the life of me.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a testament to how bad they are. But I had that somewhere here where the difference between like a Factorio or It Takes Two, there's also like MMOs. Where they don't, they're like the
you're
games,
doing the same thing next to each other.
Yeah, that's where I'm like I agree with you. It's not focused on co-op. It's you're playing the game but together, as opposed to you're playing the game together.
Yeah,
you know,
which brings me on to like an interesting topic. So games that aren't necessarily good at co-op, but have cooperative multiplayer that people utilize. That's quite fun. Dark Souls.
Yeah, I have Dark Souls on here.
So Dark Souls, like I love playing Dark Souls co-op. But it's not designed very well for co-op. So the basis of the multiplayer in that, for like the cooperative style of the multiplayer, is to go to the boss room, summon a dude, help him fight your boss.
Right, yeah.
Whereas you can do that at the start of the level, and summon your friend. You go through the full level, make it to the boss, defeat the boss, and then your friend disappears.
Right, yeah.
So to play the whole game co-op, what you need to do is like this bunny hopping system.
Yeah. It's
so
not.
You start here.
It's not.
You get your friend
if you're
to
looking
the next
for
bonfire, and then you've got to bring yourself up to that. You got to get him to come back into your game, help you get to that bonfire,
so you play
and
the game
then fight
twice.
the boss. Play the game fucking twice. Defeating the boss twice isn't the hardest thing in the world.
Well, no, that's fun. The boss
it
fights
can
are
be quite
fun,
fun.
right? Yeah.
But in games like Dark Souls 1, where you don't have the bonfire hopping early on, one of you's got to essentially do the bit solo.
To get to summon the person.
Because it's either go back and summon the person, or but then you have to make it through.
Yeah. See, I don't like it when they make. But again, it's the style of the game. They don't make anything easy.
Yeah.
But I don't like co-op or playing with friends not easy. That's better.
Drop in, drop out.
I think another fucking example is Monster Hunter.
Of
the same thing, kind of. Where it's like, make sure you play the cutscene thing, and then quit, come out, let your friend play the cutscene. They quit and come out, and then you can play the mission together. I'm like, why the fuck? Why? Just like we don't mind. I don't know if it's to stop. What's it for?
I don't know.
Is it immersion breaking? Is that the idea? Because it's like, where's he in the cutscene? You know, is that the idea?
But even then, like, what?
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm here to slay monsters, not watch myself in a cutscene. I don't care if my friend should be there and is in the background somewhere. Although Star Wars,
and you always knew it when you went in. Well. You always knew it when you went in. It was like, one out of one players is able to play this mission. You're like,
here we
I've got a cutscene.
Yeah.
And then you go through, and sometimes the missions take fucking forever to get to the cutscene.
You have to walk. The first fucking sand mission or whatever. You have to walk for ages to
follow
get
the thing. Yeah. Oh,
fucking
there's a Rathian.
I love walking sections in games. So yeah, I find that one weird as a choice.
Yeah.
But it was kind of similar to Dark Souls. Dark Souls, at least the whole game is lower reasons.
Yeah.
It's not just
no, like that.
Fuck
what
you
was
reasons.
good about that is like the multiplayer is ingrained into the story.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a choice at that point. It's an artistic choice. I'm like, I can't get mad at an artistic choice. Artistic choice. But I can get mad at an autistic choice. For fucking Monster Hunter being like, no, you gotta play the thing first.
Look at the cutscene.
Play it properly. I fucking hate it. I fucking hated it. But I think an MMO game that did co-op well, I didn't put it on this list, was Star Wars. I keep coming back to this game because it's a fucking weird one.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah, the online one.
I've still not touched it. So.
The story is cool. How it works is like these fucking doors. By the way, guys, there's a door behind you.
No, breaking the fourth wall, breaking the fourth door.
You walk. If you walk through the door, you can't go through there because it's a story mission. So if I'm a marauder and the other person is a sorcerer, I can't go through the sorcerer missions.
Okay.
But if I'm partied with you, I can.
Okay.
So I can come with you for all of your story missions from the get-go. Although if you start on a different, like we start on different planets.
Yeah, because you've got to.
If you're different classes, if you're the same class, you can't play the same. There's semi-classes, so there's like you play
semi-classes.
Sort of. You play like a bounty hunter, and then you get to play as a sniper or a thingy or classes. So there's
so classes within the classes.
Yeah.
Classception.
Yeah. But I think they have slightly different stories. I'm not sure. But anyway, if I play as a Sith Lord and you play as a bounty hunter, we can do every single mission together.
Nice.
But obviously the literal problem is if you start as a bounty hunter, you start on this planet, and I start as this planet, and there's no way to connect it. But if I get to the point where I get a ship, I can just come over.
Okay.
And then join in.
So there's a race to get to the ships, and then you're doing things away from each other, and then you do things next to another.
Yeah. But then in the cutscenes, your character's in the background of every cutscene that you're... Like, if I go along with you and you're the bounty hunter doing your bounty hunter shit, or your spy shit, I'm in the background just like... of every cutscene.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here, and it's fantastic. It does break... I guess it breaks immersion a bit because it's just like
why
she's like, I need to sneak into this place and not be caught, and I walk in like, like, but a lightsaber. I'm like, you do not need help. But everyone's like, oh, we're here to fuck you up. I'm like, I am the most dangerous being on the planet. You need. This is not a situation you should be cocky in, sir. So anyway, but I think it was an MMO, but it actually did play in co-op pretty well, considering MMOs usually. We're doing the same thing, but at the same time.
Yeah.
Which it's not as engaging for the.
Well, I can imagine like if you get into an MMO, like once you get into it, and then you go do the big ass raids.
Yeah, then you're working actually together.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference between, I guess, working together and feeling like you're working together.
Yeah.
And then, no, yeah, you're working together. Just full stop. You're working together. Like in Factorial, we're working together. Yeah. Like we are doing the defenses, and I'm doing the automation, and we both benefit from all the things, and we can all pick up all the stuff. It's fantastic. Oh, but yeah, Skyrim was another one that I wished was multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
I got a wished was multiplayer list.
Yeah.
Skyrim was one because I think the idea of it's really good. Skyrim and Fallout, because Fallout's really funny because it has a multiplayer, but it's not what we wanted.
Fallout has a multiplayer?
76.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
It's got game.
Oh,
Everyone's trying to block trying to block it out.
I thought you meant like someone they put in a multiplayer bit for Fallout 4 and I was like, why have we not done
There's
this?
probably a mod for it, to be fair.
Oh yeah, there will be. There's a mod for all of them.
But no, Fallout 76 was not what we wanted. We didn't want an MMO where you play together. We wanted like we are playing together.
Yeah.
Kenshi was one. Potentially my favorite game of all time. I would love to play that game. It's got a speed up and slow down mode, which I think is what kind of makes it funny to work like that. You can go like ×8 speed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going really far. Speed up and wait for the guys to make their way over there. So if you're doing multiplayer,
but like
or
the
co-op,
style of the game is it's like Baldur's Gate-ish, isn't it? But RTS-y.
Would it be like Baldur's Gate? I don't know what it's like. It's not. It's a very unique.
Like you
game.
have your party and stuff like that.
And but you have your party, and if your party guy dies, like he's gone forever. You don't get him back. If your main guy dies, he's gone. You just need to have someone in your party, which isn't very Baldur's Gate-y, but it kind of. I think it doesn't feel like Baldur's Gate. It's an RPG, but it's not an RPG in the sense that you get a good sword. You now got a better sword. Your toughness, your dexterity, your strength, all these stats
all
go
these
up.
things don't matter.
You can just take, like, if you take the armor off, what is it? Yeah, your body keeps the same stats. The armor literally just does its job. So if you've got metal armor on that covers your body, it will be like 100% of body coverage, but 10% of arms because it's only like a t-shirt armor. Do you know what I mean? So part. So if you get hit here and it's actual hit detection when the combat happens, if you get hit in that part of the arm, that arm just takes the full brunt. But if the actual hit detection hits you in here, it detracts it from the armor. So it's kind of an RPG, but not in the RPG in the sense that your character is just the walking stats.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you are that stat now. Where this game is, you're tough and you're strong or whatever, but what weapons do you also have? Because if you take your weapons away, you're a lot weaker. But you still have the tough stats, but you're a lot weaker.
But yeah, how would they incorporate that into...
It's like you wouldn't be allowed to speed up. Or you'd have to...
No, I would imagine it'd be like Factorio, like the person that is hosting can control the speed of things.
Yeah, but that'd be so fucking... inconvenient when if you're like two people away doing two separate things and I speed up and you're like no because you can fuck up in that game if you're walking somewhere and then you kind of don't pay attention, you speed up, someone comes along, beats the shit out of you really fast, puts some in chains, and then you're like no and then you play it again, they got a broken leg and a broken arm and they're trying to run away and you can't escape. So it's like speeding up at the wrong time can fuck your playthrough. So I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Or no speed up. But then if there's no speed up, that brings me to Project Zomboid.
Okay, which I was about to say, like survival and horde type of games lend themselves really well to co-op.
I have horde modes just as a list thing. Horde modes are the shit.
Yeah.
They're
the one in Modern Warfare 3 was amazing.
Just don't die.
Yep.
Like just don't die. I like the idea of I think that's actually Fortnite's original mode, where it's like build things, which is zombies as well.
Yeah.
Like build shit, don't die. Well, the Factorio is basically that as well. I just like the idea of a constant threat and then a teamwork idea to survive and rebuild and resources and stuff like that. It's just fucking great. But Project Zomboid, single player has a speed up mode. And so if you're reading a book, you can just read the whole book all night and then go to sleep. Or if you're building a wall, you go go build, but you can go build, speed up, build, speed up, build, speed up, build, so you can build a wall really quickly. But in multiplayer, they've just taken that out.
Fair, absolutely.
So which is perfect, but it means doing the cool shit, like building a base, but building all the walls, taking apart, like leveling up electronic skills. You just need to go around deconstructing TVs, like you can do that so quickly. Because you can walk,
multiplayer,
because in the multiplayer you need to run somewhere, for example, but which means you'll get tired, like exhausted from running. But in the single player you can just RTS. There's like not an RTS mode, but there's a walk here mode, so you can walk here and then you can speed up, and they'll just walk to the next house and then you dismantle, speed up, walk to the next house, speed up. But in multiplayer you'll have to run. Dismantle slowly, run, dismantle slowly, get tired, sit down for a minute, get up, and go. The whole game becomes a much slower.
You can't all vote to speed up.
No. Like it's just you've got to do it slowly. Which there is an aspect of it that I think would be very rewarding if you had to, like in Project Zomboid, where it's like I spent actual hours building this wall. Wonderful, because in Factorio I've had moments like that where I was
Yeah.
angry at oil. I was mad at
angry
the
at the trains.
I was angry at the trains, I was angry at the oil and all that shit. And then when I figured it out, I was like, yes! This is just euphoria. I've done it. So, Kenshi probably could do it because Project Zomboid did it. Which is what I'm circling back to my point where I want Kenshi to be multiplayer. Project Zomboid did it. I'll walk. Fuck it. I'm playing with friends. I'll just talk to them. Wonderful.
Shadow of War or something?
Dude, Shadow of War would be so good.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Shadow of War, and I had Batman on here. Yeah,
I see
Batman
Batman,
Arkham
yeah.
Knight and Arkham City. Well, obviously not Arkham Asylum because no one else is in it.
Yeah.
But those games
And
would
they
be great.
knew we wanted
But
it. They knew
I know,
we
but
wanted
that's why Fallout and Batman are fucking close to each other. Because
Yeah.
I was like, Gotham Knights was
They
not
knew
what we wanted,
Not at all.
and neither was
I've
Fallout
still touched it.
76.
I would like to play it at some point still. Like,
There's definitely
some fun to be
some
had.
fun to be had, like Valhalla. Like
Yeah.
I like Vikings and I like getting off a ship and murdering priests. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good time. And Batman's the same thing, like jumping from a roof as a Red Hood and landing on someone's back, and then their face hits the floor, and then he stomps in the back of their head, and I'm like, I'm fucking here to solve crime non-lethally. And he takes out his pistols and shoots them with a fire. Like it's fun. So it is pretty good. And then you interrogate the last one alive, like in the old game. Like
Yeah.
it gets boring quick,
Yeah.
and the combat doesn't feel that great.
And obviously they won't be updating it at all.
Yeah, I know. The hits do feel quite good though. Like holding a heavy attack with Red Hood and being like, and then they fucking. It does feel
Yeah.
pretty good, but overall,
But
it
like
is.
they had like in Arkham Knight, they had like the little bits where you're fighting with like Nightwing or fighting with Catwoman.
Yeah.
Or like why could this have just been?
a game,
This would have been amazing.
which is which we should do as a topic, probably, or maybe even a side show, maybe. Games that we want.
Games that we want. Oh, okay. Like just like,
I want Rocksteady.
theory
I
crafting.
want Rocksteady to make a TMNT game.
Yeah.
Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the lame people in the audience. TMNT, because like they did Rocksteady did Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight and Arkham Origins, and they do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Team Turtles are very similar to Batman. They just can't glide. They're ninjas. They stalk around at night. They don't get seen, and they can do kung fu.
Who was it that announced the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game?
Oh, you told me this.
It's
You told me
gonna
about
be
this.
fucking the Last Ronin, which I
What?
remember the Last Ronin.
Yeah.
I'm so curious about that
where
story.
every turtle's died except Michelangelo.
Oh, I don't think you know. I don't think it's confirmed.
That's what the last one is.
Ah.
It's a thing. Sorry.
I thought it was like you don't know until like the end of the story.
Oh, which turtle it is?
Which turtle it is?
That probably would have been cooler, and that might have been the original thing. But
I assumed that it was like he was. I remember seeing somewhere that like there was ghosts in his head like speaking for him, and he like doesn't know which turtle he is.
I've never read it. I just know that every turtle is dead except Mikey, which I do think is the thematical correct choice.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you're gonna kill one of the turtles, it should probably be the rest of. No, sorry,
If
one
you're
of
gonna kill, like,
all
say
of them and
say
keep one. It
yeah.
should be Mikey, the
Yeah, it
happy.
shouldn't be Raph.
No, because his character won't really change. He'll
Yeah.
just become angrier.
Exactly.
Leo will become
Leo-
quieter.
Yeah.
And, I guess
But losing your
Donnie.
team, no, Leo could have worked. Like losing your team,
It'll give you a weird,
being a
different
leader and
PTSD.
then losing everyone that you.
Yeah, it'll give you a weird PTSD.
Yeah,
but
but
I
he
think
probably wouldn't fight as much.
I think maybe, yeah.
I can't go on.
it's a different arc actually. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
But I think Mikey's the most heart wrenching, I
Yeah,
guess, because he's the
100%.
youngest and he's the
Youngest
classic.
lost all of his brothers. He
Yeah.
was the happy-go-lucky one.
So it's the biggest character flip. I think that's why he's pretty good.
100%.
But
But
they're
he
doing
uses
that
all the
game.
weapons as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he uses all the weapons. To
And he
fuck
has a
people up.
white.
I think he
bandana.
wears all their. I think he wears. Oh, I can't remember. They can do what they want. But I think he has all their headbands. I just don't know where he puts them. Obviously not all on at once.
Yeah.
But he might put like some of them on his like stat. Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot you can do with that
Yeah.
in terms of story rich shit and gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Just make Batman. Like we
Don't-
figured it
don't-
out.
We know how it works.
Like we
Don't-
know what to do. You make Batman.
Who's it doing it again though? Like,
I don't
it's- I need to double check that because
Just
like,
check it. Because we know what to do. Batman, Arkham, wherever the fuck, all of them figured it out. You hang on posts. What they call it, the gargoyles. You swing around. The Predator mode works. You can't get shot by bullets because although Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles do have a shell, so I feel like they can get shot better than Batman can.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, Batman has bulletproof armor. He gets shot and kind of goes, ugh, and then kind of no, and then flies away. But eventually it will kill him. I feel like the turtle shell is the same idea. No, it's not. It's not.
No.
You get shot in the back. It's a shit. If you're not getting through, you're not getting through.
Yeah.
It's like shooting a wall.
Yeah.
You can get through a wall.
You can get through a wall with some
But
bullets.
then no, but shells don't grow back. So if it starts chipping off,
Yeah,
like,
you're fucked.
it's organic. He's fucked. Who is it?
So it's done by Black Forest Studios, the ones that did the the Destroy All Humans 2 remake.
I have no idea
No, it's
if that would be
THQ
good.
Nordics, the publisher.
I don't know if that. I don't know if they're good. Oh no, I don't know if they're a good choice.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to say, because Destroy Humans 2 and Destroy Humans were good games.
Yeah, but
Very
no, it's the remake.
arcadey.
It's not.
Oh,
All they've done is
What have they done since then?
remasters. Let's find out.
well, we've seen studios who haven't done much do good shit. You know, I mean, they fucked up the beginning, but No Man's Sky would be a good example, where they did Joe Danger 1 and 2 and Joe Danger Mobile, and then they did No Man's Sky, which was stupidly ambitious and needed a hell of a lot more time. But now it's a good game.
So they haven't done anything since Destroy All Humans 2.
That makes sense.
Destroy All Humans Clone Carnage, Destroy All Humans Fade to Silence, Titan Quest, Gianna Sister Twisted Dream,
I don't know what any of these
Bobsy the Willies Strike Back,
are. The kid
Rogue
game.
Stormers. I don't know any of these games.
Okay, well,
They've been going since 2012.
good for them.
Project Gianna. Fuck knows what that is.
Yeah, I've got no idea what any of
Not
these things
Scooby.
are.
Yeah, okay.
Scooby Doo.
Okay, so potential.
There's a potential.
We don't know. We don't know.
I'm ready to be surprised.
Yeah,
That's why I am.
I'll be pleasantly surprised. It'll be nice.
Yeah, but I want Batman or Rocksteady to do TMNT. Or
yeah,
Daredevil,
100%.
but I prefer TMNT.
Oh, Daredevil would be really good, but
It would be,
they'd get in trouble for switching over to like Marvel and shit.
Yeah, and I guess the Batman clone
Yeah.
basically. But I think, and how would you do it with like the visual shit? Oh, you could do so much. That could be really cool because I don't know how you would do it. I don't know how you would do it, but there's definitely a way to make it feel like you're blind.
Yeah,
Like it's like, oh, you feel like Batman, right? It'd be
Yeah,
like,
'cause
no,
you-
I feel like I'm blind, but I can see.
you could visually do it. And you like see
You
the
could do it in
tap
a
on
way-
the floor, and you see like the rippling out, and
Yeah,
it'll like
yeah.
create like a
But it can't be
echolocation.
too shit.
yeah,
Like I do also just want to be able to see like I do,
yeah,
but as Daredevil, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Predator mode would make sense.
exactly.
So there's that. There's
Okay.
that. But that was my other one. Subnautica.
So yes,
I wish it was co-op.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
So much.
It'd just
I
be
wish that was
fucking
co-op.
good. There is mods for it, but it's,
I imagine it'd kill your PC.
it'd probably kill it. But also, it's not designed for it. So like one person can make something, another person can make something, and it's like you don't get to like share things. Like in Factorio, there's a passenger for the tank.
Yeah,
Little things like that, which means no, it was designed to have a second
Yeah.
player.
but I'm
In the game.
like you can both get into like the big ship.
Yeah, but both of us can probably get into the sea moth.
No, I don't think we'd fit.
No, but they'd literally just be on top of each other, and then who drives what and what drives what. You know what I mean? Like, it's a mod. It's a mod, so it's just
Yeah.
it's not built to be done properly. Okay, I think that's all the ones I wanted to be. Oh, FTL.
FTL co-op. How would that
Fuck
even
knows.
work?
Fuck knows. But I think it'd be really cool. 2 ships. Oh wait, 2 ships. That would be like I control my ship and you control your ship.
Yeah.
But then you could only. I don't think you should have like fighting fleets. But the idea of 2 of us could mean you could fight more than 1 ship at a time,
Yeah.
which means you could like. Do you know what I mean? Let me just both decide where we're going. It's like a roguelike. Well, it's not like it is.
I'd be so confused as to how that would work, but it would be glorious.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But I
it would
don't
work.
think you could.
I have no idea how it would work.
Like one of us could get like the repair bombs and shit and just like bomb your teammate.
You should definitely be allowed to hurt your teammate.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, how would it?
That guy's mind control. Let me get him for you. No. There's
got
a
him.
hole in my ship. There's a hole in my
But
ship.
I got him. But no, I think I really like the idea of that game being co-op. Because it's all of our talk about Starfield again. I like space games. And I want I like controlling a crew man on
What
the
have
ship.
they done? I don't think they've released a game in a while. Like Into the Breach was the last game, I think.
I think so.
And I've still to play Into the Breach. I've heard really good things.
It's good. I played it. I stopped because it's not by any fault of the game.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't for me. This is like big kaiju monsters killing things with, and I'm a mech, or no, I'm a tank, and it's like a Space Force thing. I'm like, it's strategy, which I'm not into, and the coat of paint isn't a genre I'm into.
Okay.
So I was like, this is cool. Like you see what they're gonna do next, which adds a lot more solid tactics to it.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you don't know what you're gonna face, like a roguelike, it's like kind of surprise and RNG thing.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that problem because you see what the fuck the enemy's gonna do.
Yeah, it
And
looks like
you can
Advanced
prepare
Wars.
and you can
Yeah.
pick. I don't know. I didn't play that.
Yeah, Advanced Wars is fun.
But that's cool. You can push them back because it's like Slay the Spire, where you know what they're gonna do next, which helps with the tactical feel of it.
Yeah.
So you can push them into the water, or you can spin them and shit, so they attack somewhere else. Like it's clever. It's a good game, but not for me.
Yeah.
Just not for me. Don't limit modes and stuff was one of the ones I had on here. This is what I was talking about before. But don't tell me that I can't do things in this mode. But no, Fable 2 was an example of co-op that I didn't like. It was fun, but I didn't like it because every time
you couldn't be your guy.
you couldn't be your dude, and that means you don't get to use the XP. You don't get to do the things.
Yeah.
You just get the XP and spells of the other guy.
So no, I think the spells you got of the other guy, but when you're summoned in, you get to pick what sword and what gun you have.
Oh, I think it's
But it only goes up to like
right?
silver. No.
Oh, right, okay.
It only goes up to like silver or something like that. It doesn't let you go to like the strongest weapons.
Oh, okay, cool. But it's the progression that I really think co-op games are good for. Like you feel like as you jump back into Fable,
You're working together to get better. And
you're doing
progress,
stuff.
Yeah,
I have Lego Star Wars on here because that was a really
that's fun.
yeah, it was like a really fun game you played together. And then the progression was, but the difference with the progression is it's wider. It's like you unlock characters, you play the game together, and you're not exactly feeling like you're not leveling up. The game is progressing and opening and locking things.
Yeah. What I like about Lego Star Wars and other games of the ilk around about that time was it's when you betray your friend by accident and it comes into like a big huge slapping fight of it doesn't just end the game. Like, oh, you've died. You killed your other player. Oh, what a shame. Whereas like Halo 3 and Lego Star Wars, when you kill the other person, you just spawn shortly thereafter, and then it was like, okay, it's on.
Yeah, we fight now.
fighting for hours.
Yeah.
So
Halo 3 is a good fucking shout. The Halo
3.
games, like just playing the co-op with another
the
Spartan.
whole story.
Like Monster Hunter.
That's gonna annoy me.
Not beeping? Cool. It's like Monster Hunter where they were, whoa. Monster Hunter with you can't have 3 of us in a fucking cutscene.
Yeah.
We'll just have one. Halo, they didn't care.
They did
They did not fucking care. There's one of you, now there's 2 of you. Who cares? Play, shoot things, have fun. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter just no.
No. But yeah, no, like me and my dad played through like all the legendary campaigns on Halo when I was a kid. It was just so much fun.
And
But
Halo's multiplayer in general is
I,
fucking amazing.
like, I'd be running in. At that point in time, I had no patience. Like, I've got more patience, but like not now. But like not not as little as
I still don't have patience.
I still don't have
so
patience,
imagine
but I
how
had
little
more.
patience I had as a child.
So I'd just be constantly running in, dying and spawning on my dad, and he'd be like up on like a hill sniping. I'd just spawn as he's about to take a shot and just shoot me in the back of the head. Just little bits of motion like that. And you're like, oh, I wonder what happens when you use a gravity hammer on the back of a mongoose. Dead dad. Whoops, sorry, dad.
Because I have online team things. So like For Honor, Overwatch.
Yeah. But again, For Honor is
like,
just us doing the same things next to each other. And
yeah,
kind of
where I'm
style.
like, it doesn't really count as, I don't think it counts as
It counts
co-op.
a little bit more. It doesn't count as co-op, but it does count more so than an MMO because you can like save each other.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in the middle of a fight and you're about to die, and then someone comes in and like
Saves you. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely
It's wonderful.
And then like stuff like in breach game mode where you're like, okay, both of us need to attack this, otherwise we're going
Yeah,
to lose.
that's just great.
Yeah.
More
There-
of that is what they actually.
Yeah.
I think they needed that game.
So that's what's good about like a multiplayer game like that as opposed to like an MMO.
Yeah,
An MMO,
yeah.
You're both doing the same numbers.
There is a
Kinda,
distinct difference.
Click,
yeah.
click.
I am the special man in the universe, and so are you, the special man only in the
Yeah.
universe that can only save. It's only us that can save the day. Kind of spiel.
Right, there's some bitches over there. Let's get them killed.
Yes, get them dead. I had State of Decay,
State of Decay.
which had this really bad. I just want to bring up for how bad it was. You have your own settlement, and then you have your own survivors. It's a zombie game, and you've got to go get resources, bring them back to your base, and then people actually get tired and need to rest, and get wounded and need to rest. So then you switch out characters. But the co-op of the game is I bring one of my characters over to your game, they'll get wounded and tired, and then I'll have to go back, put him home, and take a new character and go back to your game. But if you both start the... And it sounds like kind of like a good idea, but if I start the game and we play I was like, gamers play for fucking ages.
Yeah.
So you will run out because your clock doesn't tick on your game.
Yeah.
So if I've got 4 people, I bring one in, we do a mission, he gets hurt, I go back, do that 4 times. Eventually I'm like,
Run out, you did.
I can't play multiplayer. Like I can't play the game.
Yeah.
I don't have a group of people.
And then you go back to your game, and then none of your guys.
All
go
you
out
guys
and do
are
anything.
fucking hurt. It's the worst. Not even the worst. It's one of the worst designed multiplayer things I've ever seen. Like it is disastrously unuser friendly. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't think they designed it with. Or how did someone go? This is a good idea.
No.
People will enjoy this.
Stop.
Oh,
Jim, what are you doing? Put the pen down. Put the pen down.
But they'll like it. Like have a base together. Let us all build the base out and go on missions together. Like I don't get it. I didn't get it. I don't understand who thought that was a good idea. Because the game's actually quite fun.
Oh yeah, I played a lot of the first one. I remember really enjoying it.
Yeah, the first one was it's that, but
yeah,
is it better? I don't know. I don't know if it's better. I can't remember.
I don't think it was.
I didn't play enough.
It became better.
Okay, I didn't play enough of.
I remember Lewis really like me and Lewis got State of Decay, and I was playing it for hours, had a lot of fun, and then Lewis didn't realize that it like the time ticked when you were not playing. In the first one, the time it was like Animal Crossing kind of style.
Right.
So, like,
okay.
the game continued. So he came back and he had no resources. All of his like food and medicine. All of his characters were dying. I turned the game off for 2 days.
I didn't know I did that.
Oh, I did. I think the second one did for a while at the start, and then stopped.
Sea of Thieves. I know you've not played it, but we will.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to do the big 4-player co-op and that eventually after Barotrauma. Oh, I have Barotrauma on here. But that's another one of these kind of games that are obviously designed for multiplayer / co-op. But that game's great. Where someone has to control the cannons and shoot the cannons. Yeah. Someone has to pull down there's no mini-map. There's no menu. There's no like, this is how you control the ship. If you control the ship, everyone has a part to play. You have to pull up the anchor, which takes time. You have to lower the sails, which takes time. You have to reload and aim the cannons, which takes time. You have to steer a ship. You have to turn the sails to get certain speeds.
Yep.
So if you want to do sick maneuvers with a ship, like it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like if you're going speeding up to catch up with the enemy, you need to then slow down when you catch up so you don't just fuck off. And if you want to do a sharp turn, I'm like, guys, I need the sails up so I can do the turn. And you're like, all right, I'm shooting things. So you stop what you're doing for a second, up the sails, and then go back to firing cannons.
So we're going to need to dedicate jobs and shit like that.
Yeah,
which is great.
It's a well-oiled crew. Like, it's one of those. Overcooked was probably a good one for that as well.
Overcooked. Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that's
fucking dope.
Yeah, there was a game that did that's basically Barotrauma except cute
and space and cutesy.
Yeah, because Barotrauma is the same thing where
but
you have
fucking dark,
but dark and scary. It's a space submarine simulator.
I just remember loving that we didn't turn on like the what was it the airlock door got blown up or something.
yeah. All the water comes in super fun quick.
You just fucking lump.
Yeah, pushes you to the end, and you're like trying to swim forward to get a spacesuit. It's not a spacesuit, an underwater spacesuit. No, that game is genius for how it works with the healing, and the medicine, and the guns, and the actual pew pews, and then the shooting people. It's just, and you gotta steer the ship, not get hit, fight bosses. It's good. Fixing everything. Like there's components that have to be like, there's an engineer and there's an electrician, and they've got better skills at fixing things. So an engineer fixes like the power reactor. Basically, and then the electronics has the connector to take all of the places.
Engineer just like fixes all the guns and not anything that's
and the navigation console, things like that. It's clever, and the captain is just really good at driving the ship.
Briefly aside, this isn't a co-op game, but it had co-op elements. It's co-opetition.
Co-op adjacent.
It's
what is it?
It's Crawl.
Oh, that's
love Crawl.
asymmetrical.
That's asymmetrical multiplayer.
Yeah, that's.
But it was the co-op side of it is like being the monsters to kill.
To try and kill the guy.
You got to be the one to get the last.
But you got one to kill him. Yeah.
And then you're playing the boss, and like co-op controlling a boss is one of the most toughest things that you'll ever do.
Yeah, like I'll control left arm, you control right arm, and then we'll somehow walk. No, yeah,
really good.
That game was really cool for that.
I was really annoying that like that Snake game's never going to get a sequel.
No, it won't. Well, I just don't think it did well enough. Well, I don't know if it needs. Well, it would like a sequel.
Yeah,
I guess
I want more of that game.
Co-op only games are hard to.
Yeah, because that's just multiplayer, but like it's pretty much designed for local multiplayer game.
But it's also designed for at least 3 people.
Yeah.
Because the 2 of you is just you swap, which
Yeah.
isn't the worst. But
yeah.
the real fun was 4 or 3
4
people.
people, yeah, fighting over things, using the traps to get the last hit.
Yeah,
And,
try to be sneaky about it.
oh, it was so good. I would.
So yeah.
If a sequel came out of that game, I'd be so fucking happy.
Oh yeah, it was a good game. It was a really good game.
Put that online as well. Like,
Oh, yeah, put it online. Same thing. I don't know why they don't put it online. Well, is it online?
I don't know.
All right. It's been a long time since we looked at
It's
it.
been a long time. It's one that I'd love to play again.
And I think last I have Total Warhammer,
Warhammer,
which
so
I
like
haven't
RTS
played,
in general,
and
multiplayer.
Civi 2, Civi 6.
Civ, so RTS is on TBS.
Like those big kind of fucking games. I've never played any of those, but I'm sure they're like you
we
can
played
do
Age
that.
of Empires.
That's not really the same thing. It's close because that's more of an RTS. Yeah.
Total Warhammer is an RTS.
No, but there's a campaign map. There's a campaign map. Remember,
Okay.
like you have this city and you build up this city, and then there's other fucking nations and other
Yeah.
people, and then when you fight, it becomes the RTS.
Oh, okay. Oh, that I did not know. I've not played any of the Total
Oh,
War
okay.
games at
That's
all. Okay.
that's the game.
so
And you
it's
can-
TBS Antarctica. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so
Very
it's
interesting.
cool. So you're an elf, and then you have diplomacy.
Okay.
You know, with other elves within this dark
Yeah,
elves
yeah.
who are just evil, and then there's goblins who just pop up and fucking and wreck shit, like, and the rats which infest your city and then pop out. You got to deal with them, and it's really cool. And I'm sure there's a co-op campaign where you could both. Well, I don't know. I've never checked out. Where I'm sure you could be a different faction because it's turn. So what did you do this turn? And I
Yeah.
built my city.
We should probably do the Age of Empires co-op campaign at some point as opposed to just like throwing ourselves against the legendary one.
Trying not to die. But I think Total War is also an
I'd
option
love
for
to
us.
check that one out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and you can. I'm sure you can play as. Well, I don't know.
Let's just throw ourselves out.
Let's see what
See
happens.
what it's all about.
Because it'd be cool to play as these people and try and have all the world fight. Why do we do this to ourselves? We could have. We could be
just
the
can't help
dwarves
ourselves,
and the elves making an unfortunate alliance, and then declaring war on
Everybody.
everybody else. So those games are cool. I think either you design the game for co-op based on like all of the things. Like I have space engineers here as well.
Yeah.
There's
Need to check that one out as well.
yeah, we really should. But so side topic because I was thinking that game is cool. Like let's get to the moon, and then if problems do arise, don't save scum.
Yeah, no,
And then
never
that's where the game
Who
is.
saves
Like you
scum
go.
these days? I'm looking at you.
Look at you. Like if you get a ship and then you crash, you gotta repair the ship. But if it's fucking sideways, you gotta figure out how to get it upright,
yeah.
so that you can
Just break
then
it all down. Gotta rip it up and start again.
Oh, yeah, you might have to do that if you fuck it too bad.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting game. But from what I'm seeing, I'm like a good co-op is you either have to like It Takes Two, where it's designed for co-op.
Like doing two different things that'll like complement each other.
Yeah.
Or
Well, you design it for co-op, whether they're doing the same thing together or
Yeah.
two different things together. If you've designed it to be, because Outward obviously was designed to be co-op.
Resi 5. Although a lot of
Yeah,
those doors
yeah,
that are
yeah.
just like, this is co-op gameplay.
Hold circle.
Open the doors together.
Or tap circle. There you go. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But from what I can tell, it's like you design it to be co-op, or you give a co-op player the full suite of abilities that the single player has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you can both play the game. But then the game itself has to give you, like Total War, where it's like you're doing a campaign map. So if you give another character a full civilization with a full, like all the
It's gonna take a
cities,
while.
all the army
Yeah.
stuff, all whatever, they can just play the game. Like, and you can replace an AI with a person.
Yeah.
Like Age of Empires is the same thing, where
Yeah.
I can play against 6 AIs, or I can put you in, and then you can control it just like them. Same with Total War. But not with.
We should try a versus Age of Empire at some point.
Yeah, fight each other.
But take everyone else out so that we can get more of a chance to figure out how the game works.
Yeah, nice
Like,
and slow.
just us
Yeah,
and-
yeah. That's not a bad.
I think I defend like a practice.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just came to mind. But let's talk about the game that we've been playing co-op recently. Raven's Watch.
Oh yeah. That game's quite. Well, that game just feels. It doesn't. It feels the same kind of like thing we're talking about, where it's like you can just get a mate and then you just hit things together.
Hit things together, but it's also
There is
like
some synergy.
Yeah, there's some synergy like the healing and stuff like that. I think
Yeah, healing all
It's
allies.
like Diablo likes in general are like that because you can play Diablo 1, 2, and 3, I believe, co-op. I played 3 co-op a wee bit,
Okay.
but like long term they bore me.
Diablos.
Diablos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well, yeah. It's fine. Tap that.
as a
lot.
Yeah, as
Tap it a
a
lot.
roguelike, I think it works quite well. It lends itself well to the format Because like the interest in starting to level
yeah.
up the character at the start of the thing where he's like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah,
and then
no,
it was
I
like, oh, it's gonna take forever to get to the next level, and I am good with all my abilities. Just click, 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 click.
Yeah, no, the clicking is really fucking boring.
Whereas that one is
no,
like,
there's fighting in this game.
there's fighting in it. Like
There's
use
fighting.
the right use the right ability at the right time.
Yeah, the problem with Diablo is you get hit and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like that's my issue with those kind of games.
Yeah.
You get hit, it does,
You've
MMOs
got,
the same.
you've got tons of health potions. Just
Yeah,
drink all your
no.
health potions.
I don't like getting hit and then not really.
Right,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
That you want to avoid damage in.
In Raven Watch, don't get hit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that more because then it makes me pay attention.
Yeah.
Because you fight big hordes of things, and it's like you can't get fucking hit. So shoot through it.
And like all the characters feeling so different is really useful as well. Like it's
No, I think it's really good. In terms of co-op, I'm just like it's definitely just a
it's definitely one that you want to play together with someone, but
yeah, but it's not. It's not. Doesn't feel like you're.
it's not a necessity.
Yeah, it's adding something special because it's co-op, not
Yeah.
necessarily because it's
The
co-op.
co-op
and then
doesn't fit the game as well.
yeah, like Factorio, obviously is the Factorio is a hard one to compare to because it is damn near a perfect game. But it's like you play it single player, then you play it co-op, and it opens up a whole new suite of.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you can do X and I can do Y and blah 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 blah. blah. We can build a factory, so you can fuck off and do that. But in Raven's Watch, it's like okay, we're playing together, and it enhances it, but doesn't really change too much of what's already happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not bad because that's what it's doing. It's like what else could you do?
Yeah.
It's a game where you go from this place, you
That's
level
what
up,
roguelikes as well
you
for you,
fight a
like,
boss, and then you
Yeah.
die, you start again. But I do like the game. I feel like I want more time to do stuff, which obviously is
Part of the
challenge, 'cause they
It's utilizing your time correctly.
yeah. They don't want you to level up too much,
Yeah.
but I feel like it suffers from a bit of repetitiveness, which is obviously roguelikes, but it just feels like only having this much time makes it feel the same every time. You know, because quite literally, I only have the same amount of time.
It's the same map.
Yeah, same
first and
map
second,
and same
yeah.
amount of time, which makes it feel very similar. Every run feels the same. I get to do different shit, but because the time's so similar, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll jump into a game and I'll fight the boss at the same time every single time. Do you know what I mean? There's no variety in time, which just takes away a thing that can be different. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can dig it. I quite like you've got 18 minutes. However you choose these 18 minutes is up
It's
to
up
you.
to you, yeah.
I do think you're right. There's a bit of repetitiveness, but I think that might be fixed come full release.
Maybe. Well,
I think
there's more
remember-
shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, this
There's
is
more shit to choose from. Yeah.
This is what do we call it?
Early access?
Like early access though. Like they've just added the second act.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, because I think that would fix it. If there was more shit to get up to.
I mean, we've still not beaten that second boss yet.
Yeah, no. But if there's more shit to
And
get
then
up
there's
to.
the difficulties past that as well.
Well, there's unlock the map, there's grimoires, there's quests, which are the same thing with different pigs.
Yeah, but it's a different quest in the second one. We've still not beaten that quest either.
What?
The second map where
What was
we're
that quest?
Sinbad.
Oh, yeah, save him from the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but that's.
So we still got that to do.
Yes, but-
there's also we've still not found the keys to get into the
Dungeon thing.
what are they called? Optional bosses.
Optional
We've not
bosses.
even seen what an optional boss looks like.
Yeah. But then we've seen that. I bet it'll be the same every time.
I think there's multiple, if I remember correctly. I watched someone else like when it first came
Oh,
out.
okay, cool.
So I think there's like 2 or 3 per.
Yeah. No,
like,
it's
optional mini
very
bosses.
much lacking from and suffering from the early access.
Yeah.
Which isn't
I
necessarily
think-
a bad thing, but I think it's suffering from it.
roguelikes are one of the best things to go into early access because that's
Yeah,
one of the things
yeah.
you want optimized.
Die, go.
yeah.
And you want it to be well balanced.
Multiplayer and roguelikes fit the thing. But when they chuck in a single player game into like a single player horror experience, and you're like, why is this in early access? Like Layers of Fear.
What?
Layers of Fear was like a walking simulator / horror game.
Really what a fun day, right? It's a business decision.
But all these people will have played it and they're not going to come back and play it.
No, a lot of people will wait for 1.0 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's their idea. Like a lot of people go, oh, sick! I'll wait for 1.0. Like I'm one of those people.
Yeah. I wait for 1.0 as opposed to buying it at early access.
Yeah, but you buy another access, you get involved in development, you get to play things. Right? Some people are just impatient,
Yeah.
you know. But I think,
And they're ruining it for themselves.
yeah, in a way. But some people don't mind. I think.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that play thousands of hours of games that should not be played for thousands of hours.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So they help with development. So and it's cheaper. I don't know. Then fuck knows. But I do agree with horror because you kind of ruin it for yourself.
Yeah.
But there's
Most single player story games, I think, it's silly to put into early access.
don't think it's silly, because obviously people buy it
Yeah.
and they play it and they help. So it's kind of the opposite. It works, but I think it's silly to buy it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's on the consumer, it's not on the...
Yeah, it's not on the developer because people are fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And it helps.
Mm.
So, I don't know. I find it strange as well, like a single player.
There's another co-op game that I want to talk about, but I've forgotten it. Double Dash is an interesting one.
Yeah, Double Dash is cool. Racing game, but there's two of you in the one car.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, racing games are weird co-op.
Yeah.
They're not. They're racing.
Yeah.
You've literally the opposite. You fight each other.
Exactly.
Except Double Dash.
Yeah.
Because you're in the
Because
same
you're in
car.
the same-
Okay, right,
Oh,
fuck.
Tekken Tag Tournament.
Oh, yeah. Tekken Tag Tournament was fucking cool.
brilliant.
Well, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was the one we played.
Yeah, the one that we played a lot. What's interesting about that
Did
is...
they re-release? Not re-release it, but didn't they re-release the Tekken Tag Tournament like 5 years ago?
I can't remember. I think so, maybe?
I'm not sure.
I think we'll need to look that up. But the good thing about Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which we didn't really optimize very well for, but you have one health bar essentially.
What?
Like if one of you gets knocked out, you both lost.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Which is a
So yeah, because
really good way to do it,
because
like,
I remember
swap out. No,
swap out. Yeah.
Nope.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was released in 2012, so that's not the one I'm thinking of. Maybe they didn't release one I'm thinking of. No, because that's Tekken Tag Tournament. Oh fuck. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I like Tekken Tag. That was the first Tekken I played, though. Which is one of the reasons
I
liked
played
it.
Tekken 3 back on like the PlayStation 1.
No, the first
Tekken 2 and
Tekken.
Tekken 3.
First Tekken game I played was Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and I remember it was fucking cool. It was fucking cool. Well, it was the first time I ever saw Cap. I think everyone's first fucking introduction to Capoeira.
Eddie was in Tekken 3.
Well, I was talking about Tekken.
Yeah,
Just in general, the series that Eddie was
Yeah.
everyone's first introduction into Capoeira was Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie
100%.
Gordo?
Eddie Gordo, yeah.
Yeah, see, fucking great guy. Great guy. Although he's a weird fighter to play as.
Yeah. Just never touch square and triangle. Always.
Yeah. Always
Kick.
don't punch as him. He's weird. He like... I don't think Capoeira even has punches, really.
No.
It's a weird martial art.
There's you can do some interesting things when
not very
you
effective, I
have
think.
your hands on the ground.
Sorry?
Because when you
Yeah,
start doing, like, the
yeah,
switch, then
yeah.
you can push off.
Yeah, there was weird stuff. It was interesting to play as. It was a really good idea to put him in there.
Yeah.
And Capoeira is a weird martial art in real life anyway. It's like kind of strange and it doesn't really work. But it's cool in the game. It's cool in the game. But I think that's my list of co-op things. I think we all know how co-op works.
Yeah, we all know how it works.
And how it's good.
Trying to think of any other good like thing, because obviously like back to Return of the King briefly, like you played the different characters. Like you had like one was Legolas, one was Aragorn. You had different combos, different all that kind of stuff. So that was a good like mix of different things. Is there any other? What have we played?
What have we played?
What have we played?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think like
I think-
360 era.
I
Like
think-
Gears of War.
Yeah. I think it's different. When I was a kid, I just wanted to play games with my friends.
Yeah.
And it didn't really necessarily...
Matter.
I just wanted to play two-player games
Yeah.
and see what that was like. But now, as an adult, I'm like, I want to play games where we come back and do a thing.
Yeah.
Like Deep Rock Galactic. It was like, level up your dwarf, rock and stone brothers, and make your way through and, you know, get the quest, do the hard things. Vermintide 2, do the hard Like, I want to progress, you know, in some way, not just play and to play
Play it,
the level.
like, and just-
you know?
yeah.
Because kids fucking love that. Like Lego Star Wars. Oh, there's progression Lego Star Wars, 100 completion, but I don't like 100 completion games.
No,
So
God no. Especially with Lego Star Wars kind of things, like
it's a lot of
they're
stuff.
they're
It's a
everywhere.
lot of stuff. I can't handle it.
What was it? Yeah, as you said, I'm being tormented by studs.
Yeah. So, no, and hard modes are dope, and MMOs aren't. Don't like MMOs. Still, I try.
I try.
the
Yeah,
only
I
one
trap myself in every now and
The
then.
only one I've really enjoyed, as I said, Star Wars, but that feels more like an RPG than a MMO. And Guild Wars 2. I think Guild Wars 2 is Guild Wars 2 is very well designed as an MMO. Like I'm playing it and I'm like, I'm fucking having a good time. I'm walking through, I'm doing quests. There's people, I'm walking somewhere, then all of a sudden there's just a fuck ton of players going like that. Like across my screen going to somewhere else, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And I follow them, and then there's something to fight, like a huge thing. And I'm like, oh, we've gotten into a scenario. Like, it's cool. The world feels alive, which I think MMOs suffer with.
Yes. Yeah.
They suffer with everyone
100%.
standing still, and I'm man with who gives quest. But in Guild Wars, the world feels like it's up to shit,
Yeah.
which is very cool. It's a good game. We should play it.
Check it out.
It's fucking free for
Fair.
until a point. I don't know what
We should
point.
do Destiny 2 as well at some point. That's a fun one.
Is it a fun one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I enjoyed the shooting people, and then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? You gotta unlock shaders weird now. It's free, and they lock some stuff behind some things, and
Yeah, it's
like the gameplay is fun,
yeah.
but I don't know. I can't
And the
save a
story's
game.
quite fun, and like the missions that I've been doing have been quite good.
Yeah. I don't know. I found it. I played one, and I found it to be
You played
designed.
a fair amount of one, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. And I found
Yeah.
it to be designed poorly. Like it was just not.
You've chosen poorly.
Yeah, like shooting things was fun.
Yeah.
Same with Destiny 2. Like shooting things was great, sort of.
Yeah, because it's
So for
fucking
Destiny
Bungie,
2,
yeah.
so for Division 2, not so much. But Destiny 2, shooting things felt good.
Yeah.
And then it was just this. I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I just found the design was poor.
There's definitely very much an MMO kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Like going around the instances in the overworld, same thing happens where it's like you see like a boss just suddenly gets spawned and like 8 players just like converge on it and start shooting the shit out of it.
Yeah,
It's great fun.
but it did suffer from the same thing Starfield's currently suffering from, where we thought the ships were going to play a much bigger part,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's a
You love
loading
your
screen.
ships. You love your ships.
I'm not alone.
You've been spoiled by No Man's Sky.
Yeah, but I'm not alone.
No, yeah, 100%.
I fucking was it Star Citizen, the
Still
game.
not out yet, is it?
Nope, but it promised you are a dude.
They're
with
still
a
selling
gun. Yeah, no, that thing is a whole. I should maybe get my script, or not my script, get a script ready, and we'll do a episode on it. I'll just tell you all the stupid stuff.
Tell
that
me
happened in that
everything
game.
about
Yeah,
Star Citizen. Oh, yes,
but
I'm here for
guns, shooting things, then you can walk onto your ship, not via loading screen. The bay comes out, you get on, and then you can trade. You can shoot things. You can fly. You land on the planet. You get off of your seat. You exit. You go up to the terminal.
This
find
game's not gonna.
No, it's
deliver.
not happening. But the point is that almost raised $1 billion, or did raise $1 billion.
Yeah.
So like, people really want this kind of game.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and No Man's Sky came along and pretty much did it. And then Elite Dangerous tried to do it with the Odyssey DLC, which was just completely fucking busted. And I think it's still busted, and it's been like 2 years. And now Starfield came out and was like, you can fly a ship, you can do X, you can do Y. And then I'm playing it, and I'm like,
I can't do X or Y.
I can't do X or Y. Well, I do. I press X and it flies for me, and it goes to where it's going, and that's it. I press X, I land, it scans, and then I land again, and I don't even. There's a cutscene that goes, and that's it. And I'm like, this.
Have you seen the physics that people? Guy put 100,000 sandwiches on top of his ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people fucking with the physics. There's this wonderful physics engine. So yeah, no, I think. What was it again? What did I say before that?
Star Citizen.
No, but why did I start talking about it?
Because people want
Destiny. Destiny was the same thing. I was like, oh, get ships and cool things. And I'm like, well, no, it's a loan screen. Yeah, that's all you get. Warframe was similar. I was like, cool, I get a ship. And then it's a loan screen. And then they fucking put out,
They put out the big ships.
you get a fleet, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking
Josh
cool.
saved up for one.
No, it was wild. I did a mission with him.
Oh, he was raging as well. Like he's just moved over to Xbox. There's no cross progression. So all that big ass shit that he worked for, gone.
I think
Absolutely
eventually
gone.
they're doing cross save, no?
I don't think so.
Or maybe it's just a PC or something.
They're releasing a new thingy for Warframe, and there's Soulframe coming out.
Oh
which
yeah,
I'm curious
oh,
about.
yeah.
That's one I'm definitely curious.
Yeah. I'm curious about Soulframe. I mean, I like Warframe.
Yeah,
I don't like how it's designed.
yeah. It's fun.
It's the best of its ilk.
Yeah,
Into
100%.
like if
But
you
it's a
if you're
free-to-play
going
game, like it's like full on.
if you're going to design a game this way,
Yeah.
this is the way you do it.
Yeah.
You can actually play it without spending any money.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, that's a grind. But you can do it. It's
The-
not
the grind
impossible.
like went out in front of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
and it's not impossible.
This is what you gotta do.
But it's one of those games you need a second monitor and you have to have Wikipedia up.
yeah,
Like, which I don't like. I don't like
No.
jumping out of my game to figure out how to play my
I
game.
hate resources, like resource management. Like where it's like
Depends on the
especially-
resource management.
Yeah, no. If it's
For me.
in a survival game, fine. Like
Yeah,
working
yeah,
all this, but like when it's like okay, go as an MMO or as a
Find 100 fucking
this.
yeah, built-in motors or whatever, or sci-fi thing. X. Y.
Factorio is fun, like more than fun.
Oh yeah. I want more stuff. I get
Yeah.
more stuff. So
But I'm
wonderful.
here to do that as opposed.
Yeah. But Warframe, same thing. You're playing the game together until those fleet missions, where it was like where he's flying the ship and shooting shit, and then he's like, well, "That's annoying," and I'm like, "I got it," and I bust out of the fucking roof, fly over, board their ship, kill people, blow up, fly out back on the ship. Like it's just fucking cool. It's what you want.
Exactly.
I'm a
what you want,
space
but it
ninja
takes
in
fucking
space.
forever to get there.
Which is really, I don't know why they do that. They're like, let's lock off the, well, because the game's quite
Because
cool.
people, and you can spend money to buy that. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's
And when
why.
you play the game, it's like, why would you lock off the cool stuff
Yeah.
behind so much shit?
Because the game's cool.
Because when you play the game, it's fucking cool. You're like, this feels really fucking good. Okay.
And with that, that's come to the end of our beautiful podcast here. We would love to thank you for joining us. Please tell us what your favorite type of cooperation games are. And if we got anything wrong, please let us know.
Yeah, we're also on Spotify.
Also on Spotify.
This is going to take a long time to catch up because we record these in advance.
We do indeed. Just, don't break the wall camera. You've already broken it down once
Oh,
today.
it's fine. We're talking about, still figure out I'm just playing Starfield.
Fair. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there'll be a time frame. They're smart.
You're a clever
The
bunch.
internet.
Right. We love you. See you later.